So you might be familiar with this, and if you're not, I'll explain. This is what's called a basic control loop. And the purpose of this is to enforce safety constraints through some form of control actions. So this controller controls the control process, and it receives feedback about the process that updates what's called a process model. And the process model informs the control algorithm, and that control algorithm essentially defines how the controller will behave and what control actions and when those control actions will be issued. Now, all these words are very technical engineering words, so controller, control process, algorithm, process model, and all of that. And the reason that is because this approach is based, as I said, on control theory. And there is already a specifically defined language for dealing with the concepts of control. And so it makes sense to use that language in this approach. But when you're trying to teach this to people who, well, in the context of investigators or people who do not work in engineering, control and design, this language can be quite alien and quite difficult to get your head around. And especially in certain groups like healthcare, where when you say control structure or controller or control actions, it can be perceived as quite an oppressive, authoritarian, controlling language. And that doesn't necessarily sit so well. So that there has to be a bit of a translation there going on. But ultimately, these are the core components, core concepts.